When Sasuke Uchiha chose to join Orochimaru, many fans knew that Sasuke would get a lot stronger. But one byproduct of his time with Orochimaru is that Sasuke became immune to most known poisons at the time. However, over 16 years have passed since the end of the Fourth Great Ninja War, and Sasuke Uchiha has now encountered a poison that he wasn't prepared for, and one that was potent enough that it took his wife Sakura quite a while to come up with a counter for. In today's video, I'm going to go over the moment when Sasuke Uchiha was poisoned during his mission to return to Konoha with potential information on a cure for the illness that's eating away at Naruto's life force, the very same illness that the Sage of Six Paths suffered from many centuries ago. The information is given to us in the second Sasuke novel that is set in the Boruto era, which is called Sasuke Resuden, which is the second novel in a trilogy that's set in the Boruto era and revolves around Kakashi and Team 7 desperately looking for a cure to save Naruto from an illness that has the potential to kill him. It's on this mission that Sasuke goes undercover at a prison, hoping to gather intel on documents related to the Sage of Six Paths when he once lived in this very same area while he was sick with the exact same disease that Naruto currently has. It's during this time that Sasuke finds himself a helpless victim to a brand new type of poison that not even Orochimaru was aware of, which shouldn't surprise people when you think about it from a logical standpoint. At this point in the timeline, Sasuke is almost 19 years removed from when he first trained with Orochimaru at the end of part 1 of Naruto. Just like everything else in life, poisons will evolve as science creates new variations. We saw when Sasuke turned to Orochimaru that Kakashi had a theory that Sasuke was immune to all poisons, and it wasn't completely correct since Sasuke did get affected by Orochimaru's poison gas when Sasuke chopped off the body of the White Snake. With almost 2 decades removed since Sasuke first began training with Orochimaru, that's more than enough time for someone to come up with a way to surpass what Orochimaru introduced into Sasuke's body so many years ago. It's after Sakura finishes treating Sasuke and he begins to slowly recover his senses that we learn that the poison is way beyond anything Sasuke had ever encountered up until this point. Also, given the nature of his mission, Sasuke likely didn't think that dealing with poison was going to be his biggest concern. After all, the guy is in prison and doesn't want to drop the soap in front of somebody named Big Bubba who loves himself some big shiny red eyes. So what I'll do for you guys now is read the passage from the novel and then come back to you guys with my thoughts. But before we get to the novel, I just want to say thank you to Organic Dinosaur for translating this passage of the novel so quickly, since the novel's only been out for a few days as of this recording. Translating Japanese to English isn't easy, and she does it a lot for our community, from spoilers to chapters, so I want to thank her for her work, and it's here I'm going to begin quoting. Laying down on his side in the medical ward, Sasuke was repetitively drawing in shallow breaths with a ha-ha sound. The feeling of having his pulse in his eardrums, as well as the unpleasant feeling of being imbalanced because of the semicircular canals of his inner ear, had considerably decreased. When he cautiously tried to put strength into his body movements, his legs and arm moved as usual. "How's your condition?" His wife's face peeked through the opening in the curtains, which had enclosed the bed on all 4 sides. "Yeah, seems like it's gotten considerably better." Slowly getting up, Sasuke then got down from the bed. Even though he still felt a bit dizzy, he would recover soon enough. But aside from that, he had questions. Why was Sakura here, in a place like this? Obstructing the chakra pathway system, it induced depolarization, which caused the central nervous system to become severely overstimulated. Sasuke-kun, your body had no resistance to it, so this substance is probably indigenous to this region. Sakura rolled up the sleeve of Sasuke's right arm with an alcohol-soaked piece of absorbent cotton. She wiped the inside of his elbow joint thoroughly. "It'll sting," she said, as if her words were to console a child. She then pierced him with a needle. "Sakura." Sasuke watched as his own blood kept filling up the syringe. He then abruptly asked, "Why are you here? What about Sarada?" "She's doing a homestay at Iruka Sensei's residence. I came to inform you about the revisions to the mission." "Revisions to the mission?" In quote. So what I personally enjoy about this moment is the fact that Sakura breaks down for Sasuke everything that happened to him with the poison that he's just had into his body. But in this moment, Sasuke's first words weren't about questions and concerns for himself, but instead they are questions about the well-being of their daughter Sarada Uchiha. In this moment, we see the internal conflict and the external conflict manifest and play off of each other, which is an important thing to take note of, since this is actually setting the foundation for the internal and external conflict playing off each other, as well as the novel progresses forward, we see it continue to be built off of this. Sasuke is on a mission to gather information for a cure to a chakra illness that is quickly killing his best friend. That in itself has Sasuke stressed as he hopes against hope for an answer for a cure. Not only is he surrounded in a jail with people that he regards as being the scum of the earth, but he carries his own baggage now because he desperately wants to save Naruto. Further conflict is added to the scene when his wife joins in on the mission unexpectedly, since Sasuke originally took this mission alone and Sakura ran after Sasuke later on because the mission had become more crucial than from the moment when Sasuke first left. Sakura herself represents an external conflict, since Sasuke not only has to navigate the prison, but he also finds himself concerned for his wife, which slowly begins to throw him off of his game as the mission progresses. You have to keep in mind that Sasuke, from the moment he left Konoha after Sarada was 2 years old and he chose to investigate the dimensions of Kaguya, he's been acting completely alone. When Naruto offered to join him, Sasuke flat out refused, stating that it was a mission that he needed to do alone and that Naruto must remain behind back in Konoha as the Hokage. Now he's on a mission that's just as important, but his wife is also there with him. While she can definitely take care of herself, her presence still throws Sasuke off because of how protective he is of Sakura. Not only that, but his feelings for Sakura present an internal conflict as well, since Sasuke has to keep everything bottled up and at bay, because if the prisoners learn that Sakura is actually his wife, then Sasuke's mission becomes even more difficult. Sasuke at various points finds himself thinking about his daughter who's left alone at Konoha. While the novel doesn't dive as deep as I'm about to go, I do think that it is something that is indirectly implied at times. Sasuke was shocked and worried that Sakura's there with him because this is an S-rank mission, and like any mission, the scope can change at any moment and it can become a more dangerous mission than originally anticipated. Sasuke and Sakura are two of the strongest people alive, there's no doubt about that, but raw power alone doesn't mean you'll always prevail in every situation you find yourself in. There are factors and unexpected situations that pop up where your power won't be the solution to your problem. Look at Team 7's mission with Tazuna. The scope started out as an escort mission, likely to protect them from bandits and wild animals while they traveled to take them to the Land of Waves. However, it quickly escalated. Team 7 found themselves battling Ninja and eventually Zabuza, one of the legendary swordsmen of the Hidden Mist Village, and fighting to protect the Land of Waves from Gato, who had his group of thugs who were trying to take over the village. At any moment, the mission that Sasuke and Sakura are on could take a turn for the worse, especially since they were looking for information that directly traced back to the Sage of Six Paths and they had no intel about the area that they were in. There was too much that Sasuke didn't know, which means he couldn't anticipate, and if you watch how Sasuke behaves, Sasuke always has a plan and he's always anticipating movements, so this is really big because he's out of his element. If things would have went south, their daughter very well could have ended up an orphan and the lone survivor of the Uchiha clan. Sasuke had already endured something like that and he wouldn't have wanted that for his daughter. It's why he immediately asked why Sakura wasn't at home with Sarada. I want to know from you guys though, do you think Sasuke was right here, or do you think he should have eased up, since Sakura legitimately had a good reason for being there, since the scope of Sasuke's mission had changed because Sasuke impatiently left the Hidden Leaf Village before getting any more information because he was so frustrated about not being able to do anything for Naruto, who was dying because of an illness. But I want to know from you guys though. But as always guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day guys.